Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel. I just posted my January flip of my A5 Stalogy, and in there I said that I would also be posting this video very, very soon. And so this video is my Q4 planner flip, Q4 planning update, but really I wanted to take the time to discuss my 2-book planner system. Okay, all right, so I wanted to talk today about my 2-book planner system. And I've discovered the freedom and the flexibility of this system to be what works for me in my brain, to be able to give me the most amount of creativity, but still get the functional side of planning done, and not feel any limitations. Basically, the 2 books that I use, one is more of a bullet journal, daily, weekly, monthly planning, all the things planning goes into the bullet journal notebook. I've discovered through trial and error that I do better when I can create my own spreads. And then I don't have to commit to a dated planner and one style of spread for the whole year. Now, I know there's a lot of flexibility, and really this came about because of me using the Sterling Ink Common Planner. Look, I've used this in many different ways. I would redo the layouts. I've since repurposed this into my faith planner for the rest of this year. But when I was in something that was just a 1 book for everything planner, I still was just getting the itch to just want to create. So book number 1, the primary planner, is going to be a blank notebook that I use as a bullet journal. This gives me the freedom to be able to jump up and jump down between sizes if I need to. So I was very, very inspired to be in a B6 size in Q4 of this year. And then, for Q1 of next year, I'm jumping back into the A5. So the reason why I've found that I can jump up and jump down between sizes and set up different notebooks as different planners for myself, because if I'm waiting to continuously set up the next month, how am I supposed to plan ahead? And that's when this one came into play. Having a dedicated dated planner being the key here, as my future planner for the whole year. I'm still kind of in the works for 2024 as far as the size that I want to be in. But this book itself, this is just representing I need 1 dated planner to be my future planner. So I have a future planner and my bullet journal. So let's just kind of take a look at this one. Let me do a whole flip through. So I set up this Wonderland 222 planner in the middle of last year. I started off the year with a Hobonichi Weeks, and I just don't do well with horizontal planning at all. But I tried different layouts to make the Hobonichi Weeks work. And I had this Wonderland 222, I had bought this dated planner. I had it sitting around, and it wasn't being used, it wasn't being filled out, and I had this stroke of brilliance to set this up as my future planner. So I was able to transition that future planning into a different book, which is why I think this 2-book system really is flexible for me. As long as I have 1 dated planner and 1 undated, completely free notebook, I can do the most and be super productive for myself. So I didn't do December. Let's just flip straight to January. Okay. So the way that the Wonderland 222 has everything set up is it's got an overview and a reflections page in between, but it really is the idea that it has a calendar and then all the weeks are set up after it. And so this is how I set things up for future planning. When I set this up, it was also kind of in the height of Erin Condren launch season, and I miss Erin Condren so much, but it is way too big for me to make productive use of it, to be able to carry it around and go from work to home to work to home. I have a hybrid schedule, and sometimes I'm working from home, sometimes I'm not. So the beautiful thing about this Wonderland 222 was it has some slightly darker grid lines that completely, like, perfectly portions out into 3 vertical boxes. And once I realized that, it became the game changer, and I transformed the Wonderland 222 weeks into vertical boxes. And I have since basically been in love with this Wonderland 222 stacked weekends layout ever since making this discovery and making this change. But really, what the vertical boxes are for me, I'm able to categorize things into home, work, and daycare. Home, work, and daycare. Then the weekends, I have a regular salaried position that keeps me in the office Monday through Friday, so I don't have as much going on the weekends. And so the stacked weekend layout gives me a little bit more space. And so because this is the dated version, I can just go ahead and input things well in advance for work, for home, for daycare, learning the ins and outs of children in daycare and all those crazy dress-up days and classroom parties. I can't keep track of all of that stuff. So being able to input it well in advance before the event actually happens, complete game changer. So this is just a look at my B6 Wonderland 222 from the year 2023. And you can see I put lots of deco in here. This was really like, because it was so last minute and me setting this up, it was really like I shopped my stash and tried to come up with cute themes for each month, and I think I did a pretty good job. And I put some pictures in here, wrote down the books, just to like fill those pages, because really what this was doing for me was I needed the weeklies. I didn't need the review and the overview, so I just put pictures and stuff in there. It's been turning out pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cute. So I'm just gonna keep going so you can see the different layouts that I had. And, since deciding to like really make vertical boxes a thing for me again, I've been drawing that out in all of my bullet journal layouts and keeping this again. It really has like prevented me from buying the big bulky Erin Condrens again, which, there's no shade in my life for Erin Condren. Like, I don't shade that at all. It's just so big. I just can't do it with the portability of like a hybrid work schedule, not being able to just leave things in one spot, like I have to constantly pack up my work bag. So, okay. So that is the dated section of the 2-book system. And then here we are with the actual bullet journal. Now, I set this up thinking that a half-year Sterling ink B6 notebook, that I would be able to fill it for 1 quarter. That was a complete lie, because really, the Tomoe River paper like really deceived me on this one. I should have really paid attention to the page count of this notebook before setting it up and committing to it. So there's a lot of blank pages that I'm not planning on filling up before the new year. And that's just something I'm going to have to live with. I thought maybe I could find ways to like test out some layouts, and maybe I still will do that and just like take some of these blank pages and do some practice layouts in there. But this was really, I intended just for quarter 4 to be in this notebook. So I set it up with Paper Minty Studios' fall collection when that came out, and it was so gorgeous. And if you've just watched my January flip, it should look pretty similar, because I kind of do the same thing where I have the months at the beginning of the quarter. So I have October, November, December in here. Loved these fall stickers so much. I'm going to have to find ways to use them. I think I want to put them in my reading journal for next year. So like, even though it's going to be a year-long reading journal, I don't want to put these stickers to waste. Okay. Zone cleaning. Okay. All right. So then I had chapter 10 for October, and just using, washi that I have, supplementing it and complementing it to the Sterling Ink Common Planner theme for the subscription that month. And then, you know, figuring out what I want my primary accent color to be. I loved October's colors. Loved October's colors. So I set up 1 month at a time. And in this quarter, I didn't do any daily pages. That's going to be a big change going back into January, is incorporating the use of daily pages. I have journaling pages in the back, but I kind of wanted to move this section of the planner back to the weeks, and so that's what I did with my A5 Stalogy. So this really is where all of the functional planning takes place. So you can see I've got my signifiers in here. I've got all my bullet journal signifiers. I don't think I have a post-it with it on there yet. I think I transferred it to 2024 already, but I've got my signifiers. So I'm able to like migrate tasks every day. I've got my inbox section down here, this week to do, meal prep to clean. And then aside from, you know, all the wonderful Sterling Ink stuff, then I, you know, do some little accents with the character stickers that I have. And I think it looks cute and it's fun. It's a cute combo. Oh, I loved this color combo too. Who doesn't love these like deep, rich color combos together? Yeah. Sleep trackers are I'm very bad at this one. But I want to put them in every month. I don't think I've tracked my sleep at all for the month of December. These were Paper Minty Studios Girls. That washi tape came from, it's actually PET tape. It came from her Legacy collection, and I rushed out to get that. And then this is the December setup that I have. I found some of these like botanical Christmas animal stickers. I don't know how you would classify it. Off of Amazon, right? Like this is the sticker that I'm talking about, these two. To supplement the the Sterling Ink theme for December, because she went very rose theme. She doesn't typically follow like any type of holiday, which I totally get. So because I wanted it to be more Christmas themed, I chose like a burgundy and then this black and white gingham or buffalo check from Lauren Phelps Designs. I thought I could kind of tie in that color from the rose, and then along with these stickers I found off of Amazon, then I made it more Christmassy. My emojis and meals. That's basically like my mood tracker and my meal tracker. I have to switch this to today, actually. So these are different, I guess, like page markers from Midori. They're always sold out. So if you can get them from like Jet Pens or wherever they sell them, they always sell out, but they're so convenient. I used to have like removable tabs to like mark off my weeks. Now I just use these ones. They're so helpful. Yeah. There's not a lot happening that week because I will not be at work. Okay. And then, this was just some like pages that I used because my like idea was like this was just going to be a Q4 notebook. So since Q4 was over, now I've got like all these like blank pages to kind of mess around with. So this was, I found my autumn sticker stash and just wanted to make a spread and thought it was cute. And then I bought some PET tape from the washitapeshop.com. And so did some washi tape, or not washi tape, PET tape swatches so I could see them kind of laid out. I thought, you know, I bought this one before the Sterling Ink sub kit came out. And when I saw this red and her blush color rose, I don't know, it didn't look like they would go very well together. So that's when I scrapped that idea, but I'll have that for the future. And then, so I do have quite a bit of blank pages. This is just kind of, I do this in every planner basically, like when I open up a new roll of washi. So I was going to play around with some different spreads, and just do some like mock setups so I could, you know, get some inspiration for the coming years since I have so much space. And then this back portion was my journaling pages, like my journaling daily pages. I didn't do a very good job of journaling, as you can see, because I had anticipated being able to fill in all of those pages. Okay, so once again, the idea for me to share this video was just to show how I'm able to make bullet journaling and functional kind of like future planning work for myself. And I have found that the only way that I can do that is by having two completely separate books. By having the one bullet journal that I set up as I go with all the creativity that I would like. And then this one I decorate just for funsies, but really this is a future planner, planning ahead, having things, you know, in their categories so I know what's coming down the pipeline. And when I'm setting up my months, right? So let's see, we're in December now. When I'm setting up like my monthly overview, or I'm setting up different tasks for the weeks that I'm in, right? I'm setting all of that up because I have already been in this planner beforehand to be able to put down the things that are coming up in advance. So even things as simple as like trash day and recycling day, I'm putting that down. So then when it comes to my weeks, it's already been written down for me. So if I go to December, you know, I'm referring back to what I had already future planned when I'm creating my daily lists. And that's just been my system, and I like it a lot. And I don't feel like I'm bouncing back and forth between too many things. I'm really only pulling the future planner out when I need to future plan. Otherwise, the rest of the time, I'm in here because this is like where the day-to-day happens, if that makes sense. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that was helpful, that it was interesting at the very least to see how I managed to make my brain work when it comes to my paper planning. And it really is because I've found ways to keep on top of the things that are coming up for me, but still have that creative outlet all in one. And yeah, for me, a 2-book planner system is essential. So if you have any questions about it, or you want to see some other examples of my 2-book planning, I did create some other things for the coming year because I'm still trying to decide between like what size future planner do I want to go with, since I have committed to my bullet journal being in the A5 size again. So just let me know if you have any questions about this system in the comment section below. I'm so excited to, bring in the new year, and I hope that you're also finding planner systems that are working for you. Follow me on my social media if you'd like. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.